So if we talk about the core values, so remember when somebody talks about Agile, three important fundamental pillars, do not forget this: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Not adoption, adaptation. You adapt yourself to that. So having said that, that's very important, and that lays us smoothly into the next set of Agile core values. So with that in mind, what we have got is some very, very important set of values, which I want to bring into you. If you are aware of these, that would help you understand the Agile mindset and Agile thinking better. So continuous delivery, again, very important. We're going to discuss each of them in greater detail in the next few slides. I just wanted to first bring in all the values in the first place. Then we'll go through them one by one. We'll explain. So continuous delivery, very important. Embrace changes. Embrace, accept, love change. Don't fight it, don't hate it. Change is the only constant thing. Time boxing, very important again for Agile. You can't have like a 1 year, 2 years of time. You don't have the luxury of time at your disposal with Agile. You need to time box it, make sure that I want to deliver this in a month, in 2 months time, whatever it is. And then collaboration between the development team and the business team. Again, very important because you're trying to bridge two different aspects here, right? The problem space and the solution space. How can you kind of bridge this space? How can you make the gap between these two thinkings shorter? Empowering the team, very, very important. Remember, we were talking about during the estimation, also the prioritization yesterday. It's about the team empowerment. Team does the estimation, team commits to the estimation, team does the work, team does the delivery, team owns up the delivery. Everything is team in Agile. It's not coming in from somewhere else, because the team takes up the ownership. The team does everything in terms of the work, the planning, the delivery, and the ownership. And when you respect, when you give that responsibility to somebody, they would obviously try and do the job much better. And conversations, very important. You need to engage in conversations, not just within the team, but also with your customers, with the business, with vendors. So it's all about how you manage the stakeholders. That's what we're going to talk about in detail in the later parts of the session. And then working product. The product is not a document. You're not producing a 5,000-page document, say, hey, this is your product. No. Perhaps in the first few weeks or even first few months, you're actually getting the product that actually works. Even though it is a small little modules, it could be a one page, one screen, one particular, it's just a home page it could be, or it could be just one small feature that could be out for testing. That's fine. You can always build on the top of it. Remember, incremental delivery. It's not one-time big bang thing that takes years and years to develop. It's about delivering something, a small thing, and then expanding on that, increasing on that, iterative, changing it, making it better, adding more functionality, making it look better, making it work better, add more and more functionality. So your sphere of influence, your actual product gets bigger, better, and it's more functional and it looks better as well, right? So that's the whole idea of working product. Constant pace, again, very important. You can't just have 3 weeks delivery in one sprint and then cut down to 1 week and then again to 4 weeks and then 6 weeks. It just gets you out of the rhythm. So always important to have a constant pace of development and release as well. Remember, I was talking about the major release, minor release. Apple and Google and all these people have got, the companies have got that really well set. So come September, October, you know that Apple is going to deliver something. Come April, May, you know that they're going to deliver something else. So this tick-tock strategy of release management, you have got the expectation clear, right, from the customers. And also, obviously, that gives them enough pressure to deliver something new every 6 months. Agility through excellence, quality, very, very important. Agility is all about how you accept the change, embrace it, adapt yourself to the change. And that's how you actually deliver excellence and quality. Minimalism, again, very important. Simplicity. It's not about the whiz bangs. It's not about the bells and whistles. It's not about the nice to haves packed into the first release itself, into the first build. Try and have the core functionality, the core. That's again the prioritization, right? We talked about it yesterday and day before. The prioritization aspect of how you can decide what is the most important and the most urgent ones, the need to haves, the must haves, the non-negotiables, the MVP, the minimum viable product. And then the rest of everything, all the others are all peripheral. They're all peripheral. You don't need them. You don't need them as much as you need this core one. So it's all about just deliver that simple approach to focus on this, deliver it, and then you can work on the rest of the things later, right? Improve upon that. Again, self-organizing teams, the team, as we discussed here, empowering the team. When you empower the team, they take the responsibility. They would come up with options. They would come up with the plans. They come up with their own way of estimating. They come up with delivery, how they're going to deliver, their approach. So it's all about how you can empower the team so that they are more self-organized. They manage themselves very well. And that's why you don't have any managers in Scrum. There's no project manager in Scrum. A so-called Scrum Master is actually a facilitator. They're facilitators and enablers. They're not managers. Who manages the team in Scrum? The team themselves manage. So whether it is a team of 3 developers, 1 tester, 1 analyst, 1 architect, and 1 SME, whatever it is, that's a team of 5 to 10 people. They're going to manage themselves. Nobody else is going to come on the top and say, did you do this work today? Have you finished it? No, nobody's asking them, because they organize, they manage themselves. And that's why it's successful. We'll talk about that in the later parts of the course. Introspection, retrospective, very important. You are looking inside. You're looking at how the product has been done. You're looking at how it has been delivered. What are the processes you followed? What are the kind of activities you did as a team? And then you look back and then you see in the last 3 weeks of sprint, how it went off. Are there any things that you need to change? Are there any things that were done really nice? Can we use the same in the next sprint as well? So that sense of introspection and retrospective is helping the team constantly evolve better ways of working, right? So because they've got that motivation themselves, they're going to actually continue that momentum and take it to the next sprint, to the next release, to the next product. So that's the beauty of these